Hello there. So I've got this laptop that I'm looking at for a family member. Seems like there might be an issue with the cooling fan, so I've got to disassemble it so I can take a look at that. And I mentioned this tip, I guess, in passing in I think the previous video that I made. And so I thought, since I'm doing it, I would just quickly show it. So you'll notice that there's blue tape in various spots on the laptop, and I'll zoom in on the corner here first. Now, again, this is a simple way of sort of keeping track. When you have a laptop or any device where there's a lot of screws, it can, and they're all different sizes. You know, the screw in this corner could be different size from this screw in the other corner or in the front or whatever. So it's nice. You need a way to keep track of them, and this is a very nice way, at least for me. But I take the screw out, completely out, and then I just flip it upside down into the screw hole. And that's only really works if the screw hole, in this specific way, if the screw hole is deep enough, if there's enough of a recess in the hole. But then I just put a piece of blue tape over it, and I use painter's tape just so it doesn't leave any goop or anything like that. Now, if you have screw holes like these, and these may be deep enough, you may be able to set the screw in there upside down and put a piece of tape along there. But all three of those are the same size. So what I do is I just stick them all to a piece of tape, and then put that tape just in the area where they go. And the same for like this screw. This is probably a better example. This screw goes in that screw hole right there, which isn't deep enough to put the screw in upside down and have it stay. So I just put on a piece of tape and then just tape it to the chassis in proximity to where it goes. Same with this screw here. Just, you know, these two screws actually, just put it on a piece of tape. Those go right in these holes right here. Just put it on a piece of tape and then in proximity. That way I know that when I get to those screws are what I need to put there. The other thing that I've done, I've repaired some Xbox consoles and a PlayStation in the past, and because I'd never taken those apart, iFixit has some really nice, for a lot of products, has a really nice teardowns, especially for the more popular things like the game consoles and stuff. So what I've done there is I've printed out the instructions, and as I'm going through each step, you know, they say, okay, take out, you know, these 4 screws. Then I would, as long as those screws are the same size, then, because like from back to front, they may actually be different sizes, but if they were the same size, then I would take those 4 screws and I would actually tape them to that page with painter's tape, to that page in the instructions, and then go to the next and do the same thing. Now, if they were different sizes, I may, you know, and there was a picture of the console saying, you know, remove these screws, then I may actually tape these screws to the bottom part of the picture and these screws to the top of the picture to remind myself that, okay, these are the top screws, these are the bottom screws. And then that way, when I'm reversing the instructions to put the console or the device back together, then as I'm going through the pages, okay, the screws are right there, so I could just untape them from the page and put them in place. This way works too, and it works. This is the top bezel, and again, these are just taped to the top next to you. I did put that one in upside down, but those the screw hole's not very deep on that. But again, you just tape over it and then if you have a group of screws like these ones right here that are all the same size and you know, aren't necessarily the screw holes aren't deep enough, you just tape them all together and put them in the general spot where they go. So anyway, I hope you find that useful. That's it. Thanks for watching.